What is going on YouTube? So in today's YouTube video, I'm teaching you guys how to do the snap change. Alright, so the snap change is basically where you have two cards and you're going to be putting one behind the other. Don't put them back to back like that. Put them facing the same direction, like that way. And if I were you guys, I would do it with two completely opposite different cards. So like you can see here, I'm using the Nine of Clubs and the Queen of Hearts. These cards have nothing in common except for the fact that they are cards. So whenever you do the trick, I will do it with the darker color first. So I'm using the clubs first, and then I basically am just pushing that. I'll teach you guys how to do this move in a second. But yeah, what I'm doing is I'm pushing that behind to reveal the queen. So that just gives the illusion that it's completely changing, because if you use two of the same cards or two of the same color, so if I were to grab like the Ace of Diamonds, I don't feel like it would really sell the trick as much as using an opposite different color. But let's get right in how to do it. Alright, so here's what the trick looks like from the magician's point of view. What I was saying earlier is don't do two of the same cards, because if you have the Ace of Hearts and the Two of Hearts, or even the Ace of Diamonds and the Two of Hearts, when you change this card, it won't look as good as completely changing it. That's why I got, like, you can see the Queen of Clubs and the Ace of Hearts work good. Or like in the demonstration in the beginning, the Nine of Clubs and the Queen of Hearts. Those cards it just sells the illusion and makes it look even better. So yeah, just make sure that you're using two of the opposite different cards. So I'll use the Ace and the Queen for this one, but yeah, so here's how it works, okay? So you want to have, in my opinion, I would keep the lowest card on the front, the one that has like barely any design, and then put the other card that has the most design in the back. So you want to hold it like this, okay? You want to make sure that your index and middle go right here. That's how it looks from the front. And then your thumb goes directly on the back. It doesn't have to be perfect squared up. Just make sure that it's not like that, because then, you know, the spectator will notice that you're holding two cards. But yeah, here's how it works, okay? So you're going to release with your index. Your index is going to come up here. Here, let me explain it like this. Okay, so your index is going to kind of rise up. Your index isn't going to be pushing pressure anymore. It's going to rise up to here and pinch that card right there. And as it's pinching that card, your middle finger is going to be pushing back this card right here. So you don't even have to have your ring or your index finger on here. You can just hold it like that. I just feel like that looks a little suspicious because it's going to be completely changing fingers, and I'll show you guys why. But yeah, so here's how it works, okay? So you're going to be pushing back with your middle finger that bottom card. So when you push it back, what it's going to be doing is, here, I'll just do it with one card. You're going to be pushing it back, and it's going to be sliding like right here along that. So that's how you're going to be holding the card. And then you can see with my index and thumb, that's where this card is going to be stayed in place at. So you have to make sure you're doing it at the right angle, because if you hold it up a little bit, the spectator can see that. If you hold it too low, spectator can see that. So you have to make sure you're getting it at the right angle. But yeah, so I'm just going to do it a little bit faster, and you guys can just follow along. So you're just going to push back with your index and make sure it stays locked in. And then you're going to display this card with your index and thumb. So your middle finger is pushing back against the thumb. So like right there, boom. Middle finger is pushing back that card. This card gets displayed in front. That's all it is. So if you guys just want to follow along, just make sure that your index finger does not stay attached to that front card. If it does, the trick will get ruined and this card will not get pushed under. So one more time, you're going to release with your index, come up here to the top, push back with your middle finger. Make sure your thumb does not leave this spot right here. Your middle finger is going to push against the side of the thumb and hide the card like that. Alright, so here's what it looks like from the spectator's point of view. You're going to be pushing back with your middle finger, making sure your index finger stays attached to the back card. And you're going to, remember, push back, and it's going to go underneath with your thumb. Right here you guys can see the thumb, and then your middle finger. It's going to lock that in place, and you can see from the spectator's view, the card's completely gone. If you turn it that way, the card's there. You can kind of angle it like maybe there, kind of like that. Can't go too low because you can see that right there, and you can't go like that. So it's just in kind of the angles, but if you do it the wrong way, I've learned this the wrong way, and the card can kind of, you can see, get stuck down here. You want to make sure that that doesn't happen, and I'm going to teach you guys how it doesn't happen. So you're just going to make sure when you push back, it stays on the bone right here. If it goes down here, the trick's ruined. So let me just show you guys one more time. You want to push back, make sure it stays sliding on this side, and once it gets back to like right about here, that's all you need. So like that. So I'm just going to teach you guys real quick a little bit faster. So when you push it back, boom, like that. And if you just keep practicing this over and over, I didn't know how to do this yesterday. In fact, I just watched a video and I was like, oh, okay, actually that looks easy. So I just kept practicing over and over. I just kept doing this speed right here. And it took me maybe not even 5 minutes and I learned how to do it. But yeah, after you do this over and over again, practice maybe like with your mirror, or you can use your camera on your phone. Just look at yourself and just think that that's the spectator watching, and this is what they're seeing. So you just want to make sure you do it just fast enough that the spectator doesn't see this movement right here. If the spectator saw that movement where they saw this card getting bent down, trick's ruined. You want to make sure you do it super fast so that way the spectator doesn't see that card being pulled down. But I hope this was helpful for you guys, and like I said, just keep practicing this movement over and over again, and then you'll get to a point where you can do it super fast, and the spectator barely will see it happen. And you can see I kind of flashed a little bit. I didn't pull it down fast enough, and the spectator could have seen that movement right there. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and stay tuned for more. See you guys.